new KVK will start soon for our Call of Dragons journey. Of course, Brink of War just started, and yeah, it's time for us to speak about meta reports, which are basically top hero pairs for every single troop type in the game. It will be important for all the players whose KVK is just starting. So let's dive in terms of hero pairs, and let's discuss why they are so good and which ones are the best ones, right? First of all, we should start with, of course, mages, right? Because, yeah, we have still most players who are playing with mages. So, in my opinion, the number one best mage hero pair in the game currently, that's Musyang with Thea, right? Musyang with Thea and with Celestials, right? That means in order for you to fully utilize this hero pair, you have to be League of Order, and your special unit should be Celestials, which are basically better mage troops than normal mages. The Musyang should be the primary hero in this hero pair, Thea should be secondary. The talent trees for Musyang, I believe this is the correct talent trees. Of course, we would be going for the Flock of the Blessing and the Force Field, they're basically the support talent tree, and the PvP talent tree with the Army of Valor, right? Of course, we want to heal as much as possible, and basically whole idea of this hero pair will be to stay alive. Healing will also give you merits, and dealing damage will also give you merits, right? Of course, we will speak about the artifact, which will be perfect for this hero pair. That's, of course, Visage of the Sanctus. That's the best artifact for this hero pair, and if you already got it, I would highly recommend you to build this hero pair, right? For the Warped, we would have Sapphire Phaedric or Seraphic Phaedric. Seraphic would be nice for extra shield bonuses and some healing bonuses, so depending on your Warpeds, you can easily go Sapphire Phaedric, Seraphic Phaedric, and of course even Shadow Phaedric, right? Because Musyang will second best hero pair for mages. That's actually well, pretty surprising. That's actually Lilia and Welin, right? Of course, for a long time, the best hero pair was Lilia with Thea, but because of the Musyang creation and Musyang coming out for the mage players, Musyang took the Thea, so of course we have to actually pair up best mage hero, which is Lilia, to Welin, right? That's pretty old school, but this hero pair actually works still after 2 years of gameplay, right? So basically Lilia will be primary, Welin will be secondary. Whole idea of this hero pair is to deal damage to multiple targets. If you have a weakened Lilia, you will deal damage to 2 nearby enemies with Lilia, and with Welin you can actually deal 2 nearby enemies also, right? So basically both of them are, well, Welin is PvP hero, Lilia is not because of the peacekeeping talent, peacekeeping skill, but that's not a problem for the best damage dealing hero for mages, in my opinion, to get a lot of merits, right? Of course, for this hero pair, talent tree will be skill talent tree, in my opinion, and the artifact, of course, the best artifact for the Lilia is Infernal Flame, who is the only artifact which has synergy with the Scorch, so that's like the perfect artifact for this hero pair, right? We are basically speaking about the perfect builds and why they are the best meta top hero pair. So Infernal Flame would be the artifact for the Lilia and Welin, and of course for the Warped, basically I would only advise Sapphire Phaedric with the third Pain Bloom skill, which will allow us to deal damage to multiple targets, even from the Warped, right? Which is a pretty big deal, and of course I guess every single mage player has at least one Sapphire Phaedric, which works perfectly fine with Lilia and Welin. So the top 2 best mage hero pairs are Musyang with Thea, with the Visage of the Sanctus and Seraphic Phaedric, and the next one is Lilia with Welin, with Infernal Flame and with the Sapphire Drake, right? That's the two best mage hero pairs currently in the game. In my opinion, if you have those four heroes awakened, you are going to get a lot of merits as a mage player, right? The next troop type, which we of course going to speak, and that's the infantry, right? We're gonna speak about infantry because we have Kuma and Lake 1, the newest heroes in the game, and we have to speak at first with the hero pair, which is still good. They are still great. We have to speak about Goresh and Skogul, right? Goresh and Skogul, which is the open field PvP kings in this game. Goresh would be primary, Skogul would be secondary. I guess we would be utilizing the tank talent tree for the Goresh, and that's the hero pair which have been the best hero pair for the infantry players since the Goresh and Skogul actually came out, right? The best artifact for Goresh and Skogul would be Spirit Bone Torque. That's I believe that's the best artifact still till this day in the game for Goresh and Skogul, and not only for Goresh and Skogul, also for basically every infantry hero pair, right? Amazing artifact, taunting 5 surrounding enemies, and that's what you want to do whenever you are fighting open field, right? The Warped would be Bruin Bear, the perfect Warped for the Goresh and Skogul hero pair. So if you are infantry player or you want to be infantry player, you already know all the details. Bruin Bear, Spirit Bone Torque, Goresh and Skogul. Goresh can be 5-5-5-1. Skogul should be awakened because every skill is usable in open field. And this hero pair will be your primary rally hero pair, your infantry hero pair, and they will give you a lot of merits, right? Of course, we have to speak about the second hero pair. And I believe finally infantry players got the hero pair which they basically deserved after Goresh and Skogul, right? Kuma and Lake 1 are basically in the same tier as Goresh and Skogul, and some players might say Kuma and Lake 1 is even better than Goresh and Skogul, right? The whole idea of Kuma is life draining and healing, and I have been saying about healing in open field how amazing it is, right? As an archer player, I understand how Magrat and Zaida works, and basically that's how Kuma will be working in open field PvP. That's basically the second hero pair for the infantry players who should be building, and I guess that's the best hero pair so far for infantry players, Kuma and Lake 1. Lake 1 would be the primary hero if you are running rallies. With this hero pair, if you are playing open field PvP, Kuma should be the primary, right? For this hero pair, in my opinion, the primary artifact would be the newest artifact in the game, which is the Serpent's Edge. For like this artifact gives you a lot of HP and deals damage to 3 nearby enemies. How amazing it is, right? I believe this hero pair is basically infantry killer who also tanks a lot, right? And well, for the Warped, Mazrok, the new Warped for the infantry players would be the primary choice for the Kuma and the Lake 1 hero pair. It's amazing because, well, you want to run rallies, you put Lake 1 as a primary. You want to be OP in open field, you put Kuma as a primary, right? Well, that's the for infantries. I believe Kuma and Lake 1 is a great addition for infantry players who should be really happy for these heroes, right? The next one which we have to speak is, of course, Cavalry. Cavalry is a really interesting state because it's always hard for us to judge cavalry heroes one by one because they tend to play with the 5 marches together, and they are using epic heroes like legendary heroes, and they are basically using every single artifacts which they have in the game. So pretty interesting gameplay, right? But still, I believe the best cavalry hero in the game is Urag. which deals the highest amount of damage, and I would risk myself and I would say Urag and Tobin is still the best hero pair in the game, right? They are still the best hero pair in the game. Of course, Urag will be the primary because say if we are running the skill talent tree, we are dealing more damage with the Urag primary, and the Tobin's idea is to give us the tankiness, and also Tobin is really nice rally leader, right? So basically quite interesting synergy, kind of same synergy as Kuma and Lake 1. If you're gonna run rallies, you're gonna put Tobin as a primary. If you're gonna be playing open field PvP, you are going to run Urag as a primary with skill talent trees, right? Well, of course, regarding the artifacts, the artifact which came out with the Urag, I think this artifact deals a lot of damage. And I'm not really sure if I have it or not. The artifact which is called Wolf Hole Horn, that's the artifact which deals a lot of damage, which will be suitable for this hero pair. And of course for the Warped, basically, well, Golden Rock will do its job, right? Golden Rock which will do its job, but also you can easily go for the Blade Manticore, which also deals a lot of damage, right? But I like Golden Rock because of the rage accumulation speed. I really like rage accumulation speed on a damage dealing cavalry hero pairs, right? The second hero pair, which is really rough for me to speak much, because, well, I know how impressive the camouflage synergy have been. Some might say Neya with Lie, which will be nice choice, but I believe still Emrys and Bakshi is still there, one of the most free-to-play friendly hero pair in the game. Both of the heroes are basically obtainable from the gold keys, and Emrys still, I believe, is one of the best heroes which Cavalry has, right? Every single skill is usable in open field, with the rage synergy, a lot of damage. And of course, for the artifacts, we can have a variety of choices: Kingslayer, Solan's Blade, but the best choice is of course Spring Blades, which is basically one of the best merit farmer artifacts because of the skill, which deals damage to 3 legions in a circle. It does a lot of damage, actually, right? For the Warpeds, same goes here. Golden Rock, universally amazing Warped for Cavalry players. And yeah, I won't gonna speak too much about Cavalry because Cavalry heroes and Cavalry gameplay is, in my opinion, my weakest gameplay in the game. So I'm just sharing my thoughts whenever I'm speaking about Cavalry heroes, right? But I still believe Urag is #1 hero in the game for the Cavs. He just deals too much damage in my opinion, and Tobin gives too much tankiness for being a cavalry hero pair, right? I don't have experience in cavalry, but I have a lot of experience in the marksman and archer heroes because I have been archer main since the day one of Call of Dragons gameplay, right? So the #1 and top hero pair for archer heroes, archer mains, archer players, that's of course still Magrat and Zaida, even after Falgrim and Sibyl hero pair, right? Magrat and Zaida is the best archer hero pair who will give you the highest amount of merits. You can get Magrat to 5551. You have to awaken Zaida. And that's the hero pair, right? The talent trees for the Magrat is of course Precision talent tree. I really like Mighty Slash because it procs whenever somebody attacks me, because counter attack damage is basically normal attack damage. Mighty Slash with the Invisible, and here we are having Bullseye, right? So for some more attack in general. Of course, you can easily go Marksman attack full, but I always preferred Mighty Slash and I'm going to continue to play with it, right? For the artifact, best artifact for archer players, Guarded Crossbow. I really like the march speed increase here when using skill, and of course enemy HP bypass is great, especially for archers because we have highest amount of physical attack in the game, right? The best Warped for the Magrat and Zaida is Shadow Manticore. Secondary best Warped for this hero pair is Sand Lizard. And yeah, for the Shadow Manticore, Chain Strike Synergy with Advanced Chain Strike for more healing is the preferable choice, right? If you don't want to spend too much currencies on Shadow Manticore, Manticore, it's really easy to build Sand Reserve. You just get some healing skills and it will do its job, right? But if you want to deal also a lot of damage with some heals, Shadow Manticore will be a choice, right? The next hero pair for the archers are really weird, right? In my eyes, the best one is Magrat and Zaida, and the next best one, well, Kinara Nico, Falgrim Sibyl, Kinara Nico, Falgrim Sibyl, and Sindran and Freygar, they are basically dealing same amount of damage. They are getting basically almost same amount of merits. So depending on your playstyle, whichever you want to go, you are free to go because it will work, right? Kinara and Nico is more of a, if you are running Kinara as a primary, more of a control style of gameplay with a lot of debuffs. With Sindran and Freygar, you will have more normal attacks with crates. So if you are tier 4 player, I wouldn't really advise you to go for Sindran and Freygar because you are basically fighting against tier 5 players and your normal attack crits won't gonna matter. I know normal attack crits are same style for Magrat and Zaida, but we also have healing here and it's a big thing. And yeah, Falgrim and Sibyl can do its job. Also, you can easily run Falgrim and Nico will do its job. So basically, like second best archer hero pair is Open Wild. You can get Kinara Nico, Falgrim Sibyl, Sindran and Freygar, just depending on your playstyle. However you are want to be playing Call of Dragons, right? So basically, that's the top hero pairs for the every single troop type which we have in Call of Dragons. As an archer main, of course, I'm going to be playing as an archer in the next KVK, and of course, we are going to have a lot of PvP open field videos in our channel. As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning, and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.